Hello and thank you for being here. I am the former classroom teacher turned homeschooling mom behind Little Otters Learn, and here on my YouTube channel as well as over on my blog and my Instagram page, I offer different homeschooling tips and topics and musings as well as curriculum reviews and flip-throughs. So today I'm sharing a resource that I recently discovered. I was looking at our local library for resources to teach math. And I was looking for things that were more, hands-on math reference, and not necessarily a math curriculum, because I was needing a way to kind of take a little departure from our regular math curriculum and just kind of mix it up a little bit. So I discovered this series at the local library, and then I ended up liking it so much that I went to eBay to get my own copy and discovered that there's multiple levels. So these are called mathematics handbooks. There's Math to Learn. This is basically grades 1 to 2. Math to Know. I believe this is like grades 3 and 4. Math at Hand, which is the upper elementary school levels, and then beyond, Math on Call. So I purchased this on, this is the first one. I don't know if I messed up that order. I purchased it on eBay, and then when I was looking for an additional level, I discovered that they actually have teachers' resource books that go with them. So I'm going to show you each of these materials. These, I think I purchased these resources for a couple, like maybe $4 or $5 shipped each. And then these were not that much more. And there were kind of like plenty of copies on eBay. And I think I saw some on Thrift Books too. So this is set up as a mathematics handbook. And what I like about it is that it's broken up by area of math. It's very colorful. The illustrations have this like almost cartoon-like style. There's this little robot character. And it's meant to be kind of like a resource for kids where they can look at the index or the list of topics and, kind of clarify a particular concept for themselves. But I've actually kind of been working through it like page by page, section by section with one of my kids. Again, just as a way to kind of like reinforce math concepts and just take a break from our regular math curriculum. I'll show you a few of the pages. So this is starting off very basic. You're talking about numbers to 19. This is the numeration section. You're using 10 frames. There's these little did you know that gives like some additional information. You have your robot characters that one of my kids likes to read. These math alerts, numbers 11 to 19 can be tricky. The words for numbers 11 to 19 don't follow a pattern. And that is something that some kids have trouble with because, beyond the teens, the words for numbers are very predictable. 21, 22, 23, 24, they're, it's easy to use those words when you're counting. But sometimes the teens can be a little bit tricky. Okay, so you have, again, full color. You do have some when we get beyond here, I'll show you. So you do have some problems that kids can do. So I just covered this up with a sticky note and we kind of talked about some of these samples. You could sort of treat this like the textbook, and then I'll show you what you could use as a workbook next. We are not unschoolers, but if you were an unschooler, let me know if this is a curriculum that you think, or an approach that you think would work for you. This is definitely like a kind of snuggle up on the couch and just look at this together sort of thing. I think I'll show you maybe the table of contents. So this next one is, I think this is grades 3 and 4. I don't think that this is currently in publication. I think this was probably used, as a school-based resource. That's why I can find used copies only. I wish that they would make this. I couldn't find a website. So that's the table of contents for this. And I just mentioned that when I'm saying grade levels, I kind of think loosely that's what these are. And then this is upper elementary, and this is kind of beyond. You can see that the text, the font changes quite a bit. It's much smaller, but you still have that kind of same style. Okay, so these are called the teacher resource guides. I'm gonna flip these so they're in the correct order. I don't have the Math on Call, which is the blue level. which is like that upper level. Now, this is really cool because you have, they're called like application, practice, and test prep. So this is application. This is actually just having them do like a little kind of scavenger hunt with the book to get them used to it. So these are actually just worksheets that you can use, and it has the page numbers here. So you could look at pages 6 and 7 together, and then you could just do this. It's very, very simple. You know, this would be great for, you know, kindergarten, first grade. And then you have your answer key here for that section. Just kind of flip through because there's one particular section I want to show you. You have your page numbers, your answer key is on this side. Let's see. What they have is at the end of each section, they have like this kind of project that you can do that's related to what you learned. So here it is. So this is really cool because this is kind of like taking a look at the math concepts that you learned in that section and using them to do something different. So in this one, you have a dog show, and it says you and your friends are having a dog show. You have to make a number for each dog. Each dog will need a 2-digit number. You may only use the digits 2, 3, 5, and 8 to make the dog's numbers. Write all the possible numbers the dogs can get. Write the numbers in order from least to greatest. So I just kind of like that there is, you know, this kind of practice approach, but then also your project that is inspired by the concepts from that section. Let me see if I can find another one. Here's another one. How many rectangles? So this is like a multiplication exercise. You have your objectives, your teacher notes, your extensions. There's a rubric if you are scoring your children. And then here is kind of the sheet for kids. Okay, so again, this is the math to learn. Here's math to know. I mean, I really did get these for very affordable prices. And you'll see that, I mean, this really is like a full kindergarten and beyond math curriculum. So here's an example of one of those kind of exercises or activities that is an extension of the math concepts. Okay, if you have seen this curriculum, let me know. If you are looking for a math curriculum that kind of this might work for you, let me know. And if you have any questions, please let me know down below. All right, thanks everyone.